Hi everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. In today's riff lesson I'm going to teach you the main riff to Oh Well by Fleetwood Mac. This is one of my favourites, I'm really excited to bring this to you today. If you head to the first link in the description, that'll take you to my website where you can download the tabs that go with this lesson completely for free. There's no sign-ups, there's no BS, there's no monkey business, you just literally go on the website and click download PDF and it's yours. There's over 100 other lessons of a similar ilk to this that you can check out. I'd advise you kind of have a peruse around there. There's lots of things that I do over there, including some of the courses that I do, the academy, or you can even book a Zoom lesson with me if you fancy a lesson with me. So I'd urge you to go and check that out. Now, what are we up against today? So I've just chopped the first bit out to have a go because it's all good practice. Let's have a listen to what we're up against. And I will break all this down bar by bar, bear with me, let's have a go at this. So it's all based around this kind of, I'm thinking E minor pentatonic, open position. You know, you think of the whole kind of, and there's a couple of fruity notes in, like that F sharp, which we'll discuss in due course. There's a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs, and there's a lot of nuance in this. It will take you a minute to get under your fingers, but it's well worth it because it's Peter Green at his finest. So let's have a look at this first bit. Now, there's a load of rests to begin with because it actually starts. It starts on the E, what we call the E of 4. Let's not worry about that too much. There's basically 3 notes before we get into it that I want you to think about. So you're going to play the open low E, and then with my middle finger, I'm going to play the 3rd fret. And then I'm going to pull off. Can you see between that 3rd fret and that 0, there's like a little line that connects the two. So that's a pull off, is that. You pick the note, drag your finger off the string. Now I'm guilty of hammering onto both of those, but if we go in sort of for exactly what Peter Green's doing, we're going to pick the open string, we'll play the 3, and then pull off to the open string. Moving on into the second bar, you're going to pick the open A string, and then you're going to hammer on. So you pick the open A string, and then you're going to bash your index finger into the 2nd fret of the A string. And then with an upstroke with the plectrum, I'm going to pick the open D string. Practice those first 6 notes for me. Going back to the A string, we're going to pick the A string, hammer on, but then pull off again. Now can you see that? I bash my finger into the fret, and then I physically drag my finger off the string to make it ping again. Add those 3 notes, we've got 9 notes in total. And then I'm going to go to the 3rd fret of the low E string as I work my way back down to play this little E5 power chord here, and that's going to go duh, duh, duh. Now this funny looking like 7 thing here, this like double 7, is called a semiquaver rest. Now what that means is you're going to pick these 2 power chords here with a down and an upstroke, but then what I want you to do is somehow, doesn't matter which hand, I want you to touch the guitar to stop it from making noise. Now I'm just touching the strings with this hand to stop it, but you want the da da da, not. Can you hear how I don't want that bleed. That takes you to this point here. Pause the video, get that under your fingers. Now this is the same as this, however, I'm just catching that second fret of the A string at the same time as a bit of a lead in for the next bit. Now we've done this before, haven't we? And then there's a variation where you do the same notes, where you hammer on, but then I'm going to roll the finger over to catch this second fret down here. Yeah? Can you hear how the last, it's a 3-note phrase, but the last note hits what we call the octave. Followed by, that comes back again. So there's 2 stabs, you and a rest, 1 stab and a rest. Da 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 da. I think it's meant to be a little bit rough around the edges, is this. That's the kind of the point of it. So immediately initially you've got now, with this kind of stuff, we'll come back to this bar in a second, but that's if you're kind of at a point now where you're like, right, that's enough, James. Pause the video, get the PDF, and that's the first. It's the first 3 bars of that, and I want you to just get that under your fingers, because most of it is the first 2 bars, and then it's just variations on a theme. Okay, and it's meant to be a bit scruffy and a bit rough around the edges, and I did have to kind of go through it with a fine-tooth comb ahead of doing this lesson, because there were a couple of notes kind of displaced how I'd learnt it years ago. So far we've got, and then this bar here, there's nothing new in this bar. This is the same as the second bar above this on the PDF. Okay? We need to talk about the walk down. Yeah, that's it. We're running out of slides. Now, this bit, we're going to hammer on down to the D string. It's a bit Black Sabbath-ish, is that, isn't it? I'm then going to pick the open D, and then I'm going to walk down the scale. 2nd fret of the A, open A. Then I'm going to use now I can use my middle finger on that 3rd fret of the low E string down to the 2nd fret with the 1st finger. Or I could do it like this. Or I could do it like this. It doesn't matter, as long as you're catching. That F sharp's a bit of a cheeky note. Yeah, actually, using my ring finger and my pinky is probably the right way to go. Up close and personal. So I can do it either way. Take this short, little, sharp, do a bar, spend 10 minutes on it, go do something else for a little bit, then come back, glue the 2nd bar onto it, and just keep sort of like, get a little, sort of chop a little chunk out that you can do, get that so that you're happy with it, and then take the next bit, fold that in, take the next bit, fold that in. That's how you get this stuff under your fingers. You know, it's some of the hardest stuff I ever learned is just in little chunks, and you just sort of take it one bite at a time, and you just keep folding it into the existing empire, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. For today, I am using my Gibson Les Paul Standard. This is I've had this for a long time. A lot of you'll probably know this guitar. I do all my kind of like Gary Moore, Peter Green, Fleetwood Mac stuff with this guitar because it does it really well. And I'm using a Marshall JTM 45 setting on the Quad Cortex. If you're using something like a Katana, I'd use the pushed setting with plenty of gain. It's not, I mean, it'll distort if you smack it. but it's not overly, it's not over the top, you know. And I'm looking for, I'm playing with the bridge pickup, and I'm sort of trying to pick at the back of the bridge, and it gives it this sort of. I'm sort of looking for that kind of, it's almost a bit Billy Gibbons kind of ZZ Top kind of swampy kind of sound is what I'm going for. So I've covered quite a lot of the Peter Green stuff sort of within the past kind of 12 months. If there's one that I haven't done yet that you'd love to see, let me know in the comments down below and I will take a look at it. Don't forget to go to the website and check out sort of either my courses or, you know, if you fancy booking a lesson with me or any of the other lessons that I've got there are all displayed and you can sort of peruse it at your leisure. Let me know what Peter Green stuff you'd like me to cover next and I will see you for the next lesson next week. Thank you so much for watching.